How is it that some people become really successful in everything they do while others can't even keep the coffee stains off their shirts? What is it that makes high-achieving people so successful, and how can we learn from them to optimize our lives for success? In today's video, we're discussing how to optimize for success in life. But first, subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on this life-changing content. Optimization is the process of designing and refining resources, processes, and systems until they become as effective as possible. The purpose of optimization is to maximize the results in your life using all the resources and tools you have at your disposal. In other words, you optimize your input as best as you can in order to get the best output. I've studied tons of successful people and I've found that the one thing they have in common is their ability to test and adapt their resources, processes, and systems to find what works best for both them and their businesses. If we can learn to do this as well in our lives, I truly believe we can become successful. Now, success looks different for everyone. It's important to know what success looks like to you at every stage of your life and in each pillar of your life as well. Doing this will help you have a healthy balance so you're not just excelling in one area and not the others. There are 3 areas of your life that ultimately determine how the other areas of your life turn out. I truly believe if you can optimize these as best as you can, then it will change your life. Let's get into it. Number 1, optimize your mind. The most important tool, the most viable resource you have is your mind. Your mind has the ability to quite literally think yourself out of problems. Studies have shown that most people don't even use their minds to their fullest capacity. Imagine what you could do if you used that big brain of yours to the fullest. If you want to succeed in your life, you must learn to take control of your mind. Taking control of your mind determines everything else in your life because all that you do stems from your mind. Most of the time, people, situations, and feelings will tell you what you want to do instead of what you actually need to do. This is why having control of your mind is so important. It will help you make decisions based on your values instead of on things that are being thrown your way that you're reacting to. If you can get your mind lined up with the character you're building and the values you hold for yourself, you will be set up for success. Optimizing your mind will not only help you financially, but also relationally and physically as to better communication and stronger self-discipline in taking care of your body. So how can you best optimize your mind? Firstly, you must make a decision right now as to whether you're going to allow other factors to determine your future, or if you're going to take responsibility for your life by taking control of your mind. If you're making that decision today, type in the comments below, take control, and tell me about your plan to optimize for success, and I'll make sure to respond with some tips and encouragement for you. Secondly, become a lifelong learner. If you can't commit to becoming a sponge and soaking up information, you might as well quit right now. You will never succeed in your life, whatever that looks like, if you're not constantly learning and growing. You can't do what you don't know. Moreover, it's not enough to just know information. Information without implementation is futile. The best ways to learn are by reading books, taking courses, talking to mentors, listening to podcasts, and watching YouTube videos like this. The way you'll know if what you're learning is working is if there is a positive change in your life. Information should be exercised with implementation, and implementation should be proved by indication in your life. Lastly, create a routine. Whether it be when you work on your side business or when you spend time with friends and family, creating a routine will program your mind into forming habits. When you continually do something over and over again, it becomes natural and you won't have to force your mind to do the hard things as often. Having a routine and time schedule to do things allows you to automate your mind in the plan for your day, and in turn will bring about success, which brings us to number 2. Number 2, optimize your time. Time is an asset and a resource that we will never get back. Once time on this earth is gone, it's gone. Take a moment to look at today's date. For me, as I'm writing this script, it's November 4th, 2022, and it's 11:44 a.m. It will never be this date and this exact time ever again. Cherish and make the most of it while it's here. Time is always passing, always changing, and for the most part, people don't change. If you want to succeed, you need to optimize your time for success according to your goals. So how do you do that? Firstly, determine what your priorities are. We all have different priorities and goals, and finding out what those are is crucial to optimizing for your success. You don't want to be spending time on things you don't find valuable or important. Every week, go through each area of your life and figure out what you want to prioritize first in each. Take a look at your overall health, relationships, finances, career and business, and mental health. What's most important to you in those areas? Find ways to incorporate those priorities into your life. Doing this will make sure you are spending your time how you want and help you say no to unimportant things. Secondly, avoid distractions. Distractions will kill your productivity and ultimately keep you from becoming successful. If you're constantly checking your phone while you're working or eating donuts while you're trying to lose weight, you won't reach your goal. Distractions can change depending on what you're working on at the moment, so it's important to be aware of what you're doing. For instance, if you're having dinner with your family, social media might be a distraction. If you're working on your business, your friends calling could be a distraction for you. The best way to weed out distractions is to both communicate with others when you're busy, and to do as much as you can to minimize distractions in the first place, such as turning your phone off. You will find that getting rid of distractions makes you more productive, present, and satisfied with what you're doing. Lastly, make a schedule and stick to it. The reason most people never become successful is because they don't plan for success. Believe it or not, most successes are planned out. Successful people create a plan, they make a schedule, and they work out their plan until they succeed. Make a plan for a year, and then break it down into daily actions you can do every day to become successful at whatever it is you have set before you. If you need to wake up at 5 a.m., then do it. If your goal is to grow closer to your kid, then spend time with them every day. Focus on one day at a time. All you need is 365 successful days to have a successful year. Go one day at a time, plan it out, and work on your goals to best optimize your time. Number 3, optimize your finances. As much as we'd like to say that finances don't matter that much, the harsh reality is that they do, and if you think they don't, then you're probably broke. Like your mind and your time, finances greatly govern and determine the other areas of your life. For instance, if you are financially stable, you may have more time to take vacations with your family. Or you may be able to afford to eat healthier and hire a fitness coach. On top of that, having financial stability could gain you more respect and credit in the business world. There's a negative stigma around being rich or having a lot of wealth, but the perspective I'd like you to gain today is that your financial wealth does not define you. Who you actually are as a person defines you. Your gifts, talents, abilities, passions, skills, and character defines you. If you were to take away all of a wealthy person's assets, they would still be who they are, and they'd build all their wealth back up within another 5 to 10 years. This is because your financial wealth does not make you who you are. Who you are, the skills you acquire, and the actions you take determine your financial wealth. So, how do you optimize your finances for success? Firstly, figure out how much you need a month to consider yourself financially stable. Now, this will vary person to person because we all have different goals and material objects we'd like to buy, but doing this will allow you to have a set number, and it will keep you in the mindset that you don't always have to get more and more to be happier. Secondly, you need to create a budget and live below your means while you are building wealth. Take a moment to go through all of your expenses and debt. How much do you owe every month? Are there any unnecessary expenses you can cut out or minimize? How much are you in debt? What's the quickest way you can pay off your debt? After going through your expenses and seeing how much you owe every month, figure out how much you can save towards emergencies and invest in income-producing assets. Even if it's only $5 a month, make a plan to save and invest because it builds discipline while also slowly compounding your investments. If you have a little cash left over every month, don't be afraid to spend it, but be careful not to accidentally overspend. Lastly, make a plan as to how you're going to build your wealth. In all honesty, the quickest way to create wealth is to own a profitable business and use a percentage of your business income to invest and build wealth. This is because you don't become bound by time like you are as an employee. However, this is all easier said than done. If you want to build wealth over a longer period of time, utilize your job's benefits, save and invest part of your paycheck every month, and find ways to climb up your corporate ladder. You are bound by time doing this, but it's a safer and more common route to financial independence. If you've noticed, I've ended all of these sections with a plan. That's because planning is the #1 reason why some people become successful and others don't. Optimization is more about planning accordingly and executing effectively than it is anything else. I guarantee if you start taking control of your mind, your time, and your finances right now, it will change the trajectory of your life. Thanks for watching the first video on my channel. Subscribe for more content like this and hit the notification bell because I've got a lot more value to share that will change your life. I'll see you in the next video.